Hi everybody, I'm here to tell you about Rangers' 2-1 win against St Mirren in Paisley yesterday. And I can assure you this time it really will be short because, as maybe you can hear, I've got a cold again, so I don't know how long I'll be able to last without coughing and spluttering. And the other reason is it was one of these games, I don't want to relive it any more than I have to. So, to get on with it, a good win, a vital win, a must win, a nervy game, obviously, from the fans' point of view, as well as the players, by the looks of it. Another underwhelming win, I would say, of the last three league games, because, like, against Ross County and Dundee, the ridiculous thing is, anybody watching that who didn't know whose team was which, you would think St Mirren were the team challenging for the title. They were quicker, got stuck in better, looked more energetic, looked more eager to press us, especially high up the park where they were trying to cause our defenders into making mistakes, which they did a few times. So they were doing all the things that Dundee did and Ross County did. They had, I don't know how many chances, and the only thing they didn't copy Ross County in was actually putting the ball in the net more than once. But they had their chances, so it wasn't good from a defensive point of view from our side. And we were just relieved, obviously, to get 3 points and back up the road with a home game in a week's time, hoping we can improve. Just when I thought we'd turned the corner with the performance against Hearts at Hampden, we've reverted to what we were like against Dundee and Ross County. Maybe not quite as bad, but in that sort of frame of mind that just would win us anything. So let's hope that's the last of these sorts of games. I'll just, in general, say a few things and point out a couple of things as well that caught my notice. For I think the fourth game in a row in the league, we could have lost a goal in the first minute, like we did against Celtic, obviously, that first game of the four, because the ball was just inside our half. Don't know what Tavernier was trying to do. He chested it down. He lost the ball. The guy ran into the box and shot, and it took Super Jack Butland in goal to actually save it. So we should have been one down within a minute, thanks to a wonderful captain giving the ball away. He did the same again in the first half, and this time Butland had to save, and then it was kicked away. But in fact, hopefully VAR would have shown the guy was offside when they took the ball. From Tavernier's mistake. So there's two mistakes by our captain in the first half that could have cost us a goal, but for a goalkeeper. So that wasn't a good start, and we must get out of that habit because it will cost us dearly eventually if we continue in that vein. What else? Well, first goal, an own goal, but well done, Diomande. It was a deep cross from Barisic on the right. Diomande got onto the ball after the goalkeeper had kind of flapped it past him, and he got it on the goal line and headed it into goal practically. It was on the goal line, and it caused the defender to hit it into his own net under pressure from Drossers. So that should have been us on easy street, but no, we just continued in the same vein, and I wasn't surprised when soon after St Mirren equalised. And again, a cross from the right hand side. Tavernier jumped up. I don't know if he jumped up too soon, but it went over his head. The big guy, the big centre forward, he's behind him. He's managed to lose Balogun, who was adrift, and it was a great header down just inside the post. Butland, no chance of stopping it. So a great header, terrible defending, but what's new? And then when we did finally get the winning goal, that came from a cross from Tavernier on the right into the box. The defender fell. I thought at first Drossers had pushed him, but apparently not. He fell forward, banged into the goalkeeper, and it left Drossers with an unchallenged easy header from about 6 yards out into the unguarded goal. So if he couldn't have put that away, I'd have been at his door with a plane ticket for him this morning. But of course, it shows you what a funny old game it is, as Jimmy Greaves used to say on his TV show. The two worst players in our team yesterday, Tavernier and Drossers, combined to score the winning goal. So how can you criticise that? I'll try, but no, I'll leave that for another time. So anyhow, 2-1. We should have scored a third near the end. A breakaway. Drossers passed it to Lawrence, the sub, who ran onto it. There was only the one defender back. Ran onto it, ran right into the box. He could have slipped it to the side for Drossers to tap it into the net, but he shot and it was going in the net. He did everything right, but he didn't reckon on Gogic, who probably had the game of his life, racing back and just deflecting it away from the goal line just in the nick of time. And that guy Gogic, I mean, he is a donkey. He's a mediocre journeyman defender, although he does play for Cyprus, right enough. But he had the game of his life. He was running about and tackling and, looking right up for it as if it was the last game he'd ever play. So well done to him, but it wasn't good from our point of view. So anyhow, it could have ended up 3-1, could have ended up 2 each because they nearly scored in the last minute in injury time, actually. So it was one of these games, you just want to forget it. A couple of things, though, stand out. Our wonderful goalkeeper, Jack Butland, he had maybe 3 really good saves, and he had one wonder save, a world-class save, when the guy hit it from about, 8 yards out, right in the middle of the box, volleyed it. Butland's going one way, but he stretches his arm out and flips the ball over the bar for a wonder save. As I heard somebody saying, it was like Andy Gorham's save against Celtic all these years ago. Brilliant save. He won the Rangers Player of the Year award last night, and in fact that one save could have won him it, never mind everything else he's done this season. So good on him, the right choice. Super Jack Butland in goal. Long may it continue though. So that was the good. And the bad was he actually managed to get booked near the end of the game. A ball up the middle, he comes out his area, he jumps up in the air to just boot it away. The guy who's chasing towards him, the St Mirren guy, is about 2 yards away from him when Butland kicks it away. And like a headless chicken running in a straight line, it just keeps going, this guy. And obviously Butland catches him. Butland's in mid-air. What's he supposed to do to avoid this guy? He's not Superman. Well, he is actually Superman. But there's no way he can avoid the guy. Why the guy didn't just veer away or stop or do something rather than just keep running and go right into him, I don't know. But that's all ridiculous. But Nick Walsh, one of the worst of the referees, that Mason in the black, he actually gives them a foul in a dangerous position, but not only that, books Butland when the guy kicked the ball away with the opponent maybe 2-3 yards away from him as he's kicking the ball in mid-air. Just ridiculous. I wish you could appeal such bookings, but you can't. So anyhow, that was the downside to Butland's day, although it didn't matter in the end. So as I say, well-deserved Player of the Year. I just wish we had more candidates, but it's not a hard decision to make, I would say, the way most of them have been playing. Of the others, yesterday, Diomande did a few good things. Lundstrom did a lot of safe things. He actually had 2 or 3 shots at goal, a couple of them pretty good shots. One the goalkeeper actually had to save, so let's see more of that from him, but maybe with a bit more accuracy. So Lundstrom, Diomande, Drossers was as usual. Silva wasted out there on the wing, doesn't do very much at all. Suter, Balogun were okay. That's as best you could say. Ditto, Barisic didn't cause any problems. So it was one of these games where only a couple played well, if you can even say that. And, nobody was really terrible, although a couple were below par. So let's hope it improves from now on, because at least we're still in the chance with winning the league. If we can beat Kelly and maybe Hearts can take something from Celtic next week, who knows? That Old Firm game might be a cruncher yet. It might decide who wins the title at that point, and at this stage that's all we can hope for, I would suggest. So onwards and upwards.